The 1970s produced ambitious sci-fi television that networks quickly buried when ratings didn't match expectations. These shows tackled controversial themes, pushed creative boundaries, and explored concepts that made executives nervous. Hollywood's corporate machine killed innovative programming that dared to challenge audiences with complex ideas and sophisticated storytelling. 15. The Starlost, 1973. Created by Harlan Ellison, this ambitious Canadian production followed survivors aboard a massive generation ship called Earthship Ark. Keir Dullea starred as Devon, discovering his world's true nature while exploring isolated biospheres containing different human communities. The premise was brilliant: Earth's survivors traveling through space in separate domed environments, unaware of their situation. Ellison envisioned sophisticated storytelling exploring social dynamics and human survival, but budget constraints and creative interference destroyed his vision. The show managed 16 episodes before collapsing under production problems and network indifference. Ellison disowned the project entirely after executives demanded simplified plots and reduced his complex social commentary to basic adventure stories. 14th Planet of the Apes, 1974. CBS's live-action series continuation of the film franchise followed astronauts Verdon and Burke, trapped in the ape-dominated future. Ron Harper and James Naughton starred as human fugitives, with Roddy McDowall reprising his sympathetic chimpanzee Galen. The show maintained the film's social commentary about prejudice and power while creating weekly adventure format. Episodes explored ape society's class structure and humans' struggle for survival in this inverted world. Despite decent ratings, CBS canceled the series after 14 episodes due to expensive production costs. Each episode required extensive makeup, costumes, and location shooting that strained the network's budget beyond acceptable limits. The series' premature cancellation disappointed fans and led directly to the animated return to the Planet of the Apes. CBS's decision reflected network's unwillingness to support expensive programming that required sustained investment to build audience loyalty and cultural impact. 13. The Fantastic Journey, 1977. NBC's mysterious island adventure predated Lost by decades, following diverse travelers trapped in the Bermuda Triangle on an island containing different time zones and parallel dimensions. Roddy McDowall starred as Jonathan Willoway, guiding fellow survivors through temporal anomalies. The premise allowed for historical adventures, futuristic encounters, and supernatural mysteries within a single series. Each week brought encounters with different civilizations, from ancient Atlanteans to far future societies. NBC canceled the show after only 10 episodes, unable to categorize its genre-blending format. Network executives couldn't understand whether it was adventure, sci-fi, fantasy, or historical drama, leading to confused marketing and audience development. 12th Quark, 1978. Buck Henry's brilliant Star Wars parody starred Richard Benjamin as Adam Quark, commander of a garbage scow in the United Galactic Sanitation Patrol. The show satirized both sci-fi tropes and contemporary social issues through cosmic waste disposal adventures. The humor was surprisingly sophisticated, featuring Quark's crew of misfits, including a cowardly robot, identical twin daughters, one good, one evil, and a hermaphroditic alien. The writing balanced clever wordplay with visual gags. NBC aired only 8 episodes, unable to find the right audience for genre parody. Star Wars fans wanted serious space adventure, while comedy audiences didn't understand the sci-fi references, leaving the show between demographics. 11th, Man from Atlantis, 1977 to 1978. NBC's underwater superhero series starred Patrick Duffy as Mark Harris, the last survivor of Atlantis with gills, webbed hands, and the ability to communicate with sea life. The character worked for Oceanic Research while investigating underwater mysteries. The show began with 4 successful TV movies before transitioning to a 13-episode series. Duffy's unique swimming style and the underwater sequences showcased impressive practical effects for television standards. NBC canceled the series due to expensive production costs. Underwater filming required specialized equipment, extensive safety measures, and complex logistics that strained the network's budget beyond sustainable limits. 10. Logan's Run, 1977 to 1978. CBS adapted the successful film into a television series following Logan and Jessica's escape from the domed city where citizens face mandatory death at age 30. Gregory Harrison and Heather Menzies starred as fugitive couple exploring post-apocalyptic world. The series expanded the film's limited scope into weekly adventures, revealing different survivor communities and post-catastrophe societies. Each episode explored themes about freedom, aging, and social control through adventure format. CBS canceled the show after 14 episodes, unable to match the film's production values on television budget. The series struggled with expensive special effects and elaborate sets required for credible future society. 9. The Immortal, 1970 to 1971. ABC's unique thriller starred Christopher George as Ben Richards, a test pilot whose blood grants immortality to anyone receiving transfusions. Billionaire Jordan Braddock hunts Richards to harvest his life-extending blood in weekly chase format. The series explored themes about mortality, exploitation, and medical ethics through action-adventure structure. Richards' blood became both blessing and curse, making him valuable but perpetually hunted by desperate wealthy individuals. ABC canceled the show after 15 episodes, uncertain about genre classification and audience appeal. The network couldn't decide whether it wanted medical drama, action series, or science fiction, leading to confused programming decisions. 8. UFO, 1970 to 1971. Jerry Anderson's first live-action series represented a dramatic departure from his puppet shows, creating sophisticated alien invasion thriller set in the futuristic 1980. Ed Bishop starred as Commander Straker, leading Shadow against mysterious extraterrestrial invaders. The series produced 26 episodes featuring elaborate miniature effects, stylish costumes, and serious dramatic performances. Anderson's attention to vehicle design created iconic imagery that influenced later sci-fi productions. The show's mature approach to alien invasion was unprecedented for television. Episodes dealt with paranoia, sacrifice, and psychological cost of defending Earth against invisible enemies, whose motivations remained genuinely mysterious. American networks initially rejected the series, uncomfortable with its sophisticated themes and British production values. UFO's eventual cult status proved that innovative sci-fi television often requires time to find appreciative audiences willing to embrace complex storytelling and challenging themes. 7. The Time Tunnel, 1966 to 1967. Irwin Allen's time travel adventure sent scientists Tony Newman and Doug Phillips careening through history after an experiment goes wrong. James Darren and Robert Colbert starred as displaced researchers experiencing major historical events. The series featured impressive production values for television with period costumes, historical recreations, and elaborate set pieces. Each episode provided educational content alongside adventure entertainment through encounters with famous historical figures. ABC canceled the show after 30 episodes due to expensive production costs. Period recreations, extensive costumes, and complex effects sequences required feature film resources that television budgets couldn't sustain. 6. Space, 1999, 1975 to 1977. Jerry Anderson's ambitious space opera followed Moonbase Alpha's survivors after nuclear explosion hurls the moon out of Earth's orbit. Martin Landau and Barbara Bain starred as Commander Koenig and Dr. Russell, leading humanity's cosmic journey. The series produced 48 episodes across 2 seasons, featuring movie-quality special effects and sophisticated storytelling. Anderson's attention to detail created convincing lunar base environment and spectacular space sequences. Space. 1999's cancellation demonstrated networks' inability to appreciate innovative sci-fi that prioritized character development and philosophical themes over simple adventure. The series' influence on later space-based shows proves its lasting value despite commercial disappointment. The Sixth Sense, 1972, Gary Collins starred as Dr. Michael Rhodes. a psychic investigator helping people with supernatural problems. The series explored paranormal phenomena through scientific investigation and psychological drama rather than simple horror. The show tackled ESP, telepathy, and psychic phenomena with serious dramatic approach. Episodes balanced supernatural elements with realistic character development and scientific methodology for investigating unexplained events. ABC canceled the series after one season, uncomfortable with occult themes and supernatural content. Network executives worried about religious objections and controversial subject matter that might alienate mainstream audiences. 4. The Invisible Man, 1975 to 1976. NBC's adaptation starred David McCallum as Dr. Daniel Weston, a scientist whose invisibility research forces him into government service. The series explored themes about identity, power, and scientific responsibility through espionage format. McCallum's performance brought intellectual depth to the Invisible Man concept while exploring psychological effects of literal invisibility. The show balanced action with thoughtful examination of power and isolation. NBC canceled the series after 12 episodes, unable to sustain expensive special effects and complex production requirements. The invisibility effects required elaborate technical work that strained television budgets. 3. Kolchak, the Night Stalker, 1974 to 1975. Darren McGavin starred as Carl Kolchak, a newspaper reporter investigating supernatural and sci-fi mysteries in Chicago. The series combined horror, science fiction, and detective elements through cynical journalist's perspective. The show's blend of humor and horror created unique tone that influenced later paranormal investigation series. McGavin's performance brought believable skepticism and professional dedication to increasingly bizarre circumstances. ABC canceled the series after 20 episodes, despite strong cult following. Network executives worried about horror content and supernatural themes that might attract controversial attention from religious groups. 2. The Omega Factor, 1979. This British production followed Tom Crane investigating paranormal phenomena for Department 7, a secret government agency studying psychic abilities. The series explored ESP, telepathy, and government conspiracy through realistic dramatic approach. The show's serious treatment of paranormal investigation and government cover-ups anticipated later conspiracy thrillers. Episodes balanced supernatural elements with believable character development and political intrigue. The Omega Factor's influence on later paranormal conspiracy shows demonstrates its ahead-of-its-time vision. The series' cancellation reflected broadcasting's reluctance to explore controversial themes that questioned official narratives and government credibility. 1. The Prisoner, 1967 to 1968. Patrick McGoohan's surreal masterpiece followed number 6, a resigned secret agent trapped in mysterious village where escape proves impossible. The series explored themes about freedom, identity, and social control through allegorical storytelling. The show's philosophical depth and symbolic imagery challenged audiences expecting conventional spy adventure. McGoohan's performance and direction created unique television experience that operated on multiple interpretive levels simultaneously. Networks worldwide struggled to understand and market the series' complex themes and experimental approach. The show's deliberate ambiguity and intellectual demands frustrated executives seeking easily categorized entertainment. These visionary shows were too innovative for their time, threatening executives who preferred safe formulas over creative risks. Each series pushed boundaries that Hollywood wanted to keep intact. Which buried treasure deserves rediscovery? Subscribe for more suppressed television history.